Hey guys, welcome back to the shop tonight. Obviously behind me you can see that something's tipped on its side. This is a table I made a couple of years ago. It goes in our hallway. As you can see, these legs are slanted outward and they are cut at 10-degree angles on the top and bottom. And the brace in the middle is also cut at 10 degrees. I made this a couple of years ago when I saw it on the internet and I was like, wow, I wonder if I can actually build that. So I went ahead and just tried it, and I think I did a pretty good job. I did not use the same type of joinery. I used just pocket holes because, well, I wasn't into the joinery at that point. I was just into really putting things together. But I got 2 pocket holes in the top, holding the top onto the legs, and then on the back side there's 2 pocket holes drilled on both. The middle stretcher has a round over edge and it stops right here and right here, so it goes round over and then into a flat edge where it meets up into the leg. Both legs have rounded edges all the way on the back side and the front side, and the top also has a rounded over edge. So you might be wondering why in the world it's in my shop and why I'm even talking about it today. Well, when I finished with it, I wasn't really that happy at the time. I thought there was quite a few flaws. I had a lot of trouble actually getting the curves right because this is all done freehand drawn. I had no curves, no French curves or anything like that. I still don't. I'm looking into getting a pair or a set, but this was all freehand, and some of the corners, like right here, is kind of jagged, and I wasn't really happy with how it turned out at the time. My wife really liked it, and we ended up putting it into the hallway, but when I was not happy with it, I did not finish it. All I did was put a clear finish on the top. Since then, I've built quite a few other pieces out in our house, and they are all dark. This does not match at all. If I just went ahead and finished it clear, it would stand out like a sore thumb. When I did finish it, I had a coat of polyurethane on the top. I went ahead and took that off today, and we're going to end up going ahead and staining the entire thing like a special walnut stain, and then I'll put a clear finish over the whole entire thing, get it completely finished up so that it looks good and goes good in our house. One thing that I did for the removal of the polyurethane is I just used a really coarse sandpaper, but it didn't really remove anything that well. So I grabbed a number 4 hand plane. I guess I didn't have that many coats on here to begin with because I just wasn't happy with it. So I guess I didn't care to put a lot of effort into the finish. But I used the hand plane to remove the finish off, and then I came back with a scraper and really did a good job getting this all smoothed out. And I'm going over it with just some sandpaper right now just to get any little ridges out and also clean up around the sides. lacquer now, and I've just got some 1200 grit sandpaper, and I'm just barely going over the top, just knocking off any little bumps or anything that doesn't feel right. Well, that is that. The final coat of lacquer that I had originally put on was a very, very thin coat. So I did 3 that were pretty heavy, and then the final one was just a very light coat. I sanded at about 500 grits before that, and I just went barely over it with 1,000 or 1,200 grit sandpaper just to kind of knock anything off that was any kind of weird bumps or anything like that. So this is done. I think it looks great now. It'll match everything else that's in the house, and I'm happy with it now finally. I think that the special walnut stain looks really good on the oak. You can still kind of see a little bit of the reddish coming through the top, or like a different tint of the darker color. So that's pretty nice. Well, now it's time to go get this in the house. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed this, if you guys think this is nice, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, share it around, and I'll see you guys on the next video.